I've got absolutely no idea why I thought building this 4-stroke was a good idea. Alrighty. So what we've got here is what's proving to be a fairly reliable engine. Now the last time we saw this bike, I of course replaced the front forks with the Mk1. However, unfortunately, it's narrower than what the bike's designed for. So before I actually break something, I'm going to go ahead and replace the stock forks, mainly because I don't want to damage anything inside here. So we're going to go ahead and pop these out, but all is not lost, because just inside the shed there, under the house, I have the Mk2, which, if you're familiar with that bike, has really dodgy handlebars and front forks, which I've never been able to fix due to not having the spanner I needed to undo the collar. So we're going to go ahead and use these Mk1 forks, stick them on the Mk2 because they are the exact same frame, Mk1 and 2, and that will make that bike safer, because I was hitting ridiculous speeds on the Mk2 with handlebars that were held in by hopes and dreams. Now the main reason why I've got the Mk4 out now is to get these forks out, because what I do hope to be doing today is getting the Mk2 running. The engine's fine, it's the alignment in the rear wheel. If I can sort that out to the point where I can at least make it around the backyard, then I might be able to take it out and do a speed test in it. So let's get to work. Crap. I've appeared to have lost the locking bolt, which means now I've got to scrounge around under there to try and find it. Luckily for me, I didn't have to go far. It had dropped right out, sitting right in the middle of the floor, so bonus for me. There's something that's been frustrating me on this bike for a while, and I haven't yet found a solution. It's the kickstand. Now, that style kickstand, now I don't know how to adjust or tighten this style, but basically what's happening is it's over rotating, like so. And under the weight of the engine, it's just... case in point, it's just not doing a good enough job to hold the bike up. So if anyone can tell me how to fix up this style, yeah, please let me know. So I'm going to get this started up and we'll just take it for a lap around the yard and see how we go. Alright, easiest way to show you what's going on here. Alignment issues. Now I did notice the belt was slipping, so before I do any more damage, I'm going to pull it off and make sure the tension's okay. Alright, so first things first is to pull off the transmission cover. And we're going to inspect this belt. So, there appears to be a fracture in this wheel. I've never noticed that before. The tension seems okay and the belt is in all right condition. Now the clutch was slipping before due to the alignment on this rear wheel, which, as you just saw, was pretty bad. There's still good tension on that belt. Now I've only done maybe 50 k's on this belt. It's only been a couple of rides. It hasn't shredded yet, but there are significant signs of wear in the belt there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, straighten up the rear wheel, and we're going to see if we can't get this driving in a straight line again. And I'm going to say that this is my fault. I drove it really hard on the trails, and I got home and I didn't check anything, and I didn't check the wheel or anything. I assumed it would be fine, and it wasn't until I got down the yard that I realised I wasn't going like I should have. Alright, this is what we're looking at back here, and this is why I'm having so much issues with the alignment. Now, I had thrown a spacer in there to bring the frame out for chain clearance, but I'm going to go ahead and remove that now because I think I need the extra meat here to hold it in. So let's just see how we go. Now, somewhere around here is a 10mm. I'm sitting on it. So we have a 10mm washer, a 10mm nut behind there. I can't tell you the number of times that I've gone to pull this wheel off and completely forgotten to undo the coaster brake. Alright, so we've got to make this match somehow. Without smashing my phone screen, please. Alright, so the only reason this fit before is because I had the spacer in there and it wasn't contacting this bar. Now, my options here are use a grinder or use a grinder. I'm not going to use a grinder. I'm going to retension my little tensioner wheel here because there is significant chain slap in here now. And then I'm going to try and get this bike running around the yard again. And I'm telling you right now, if this doesn't work, then I quit. I'm scrapping the frame. I've got absolutely no idea why I thought building this 4-stroke was a good idea. It has been nothing but trouble for me. I like the engine, I do, but everything else it's attached to has been a constant bugbear and a pain in the ass. So fingers crossed Mk4-Stroke because if you don't work now, you're going on the trash heap. Now this is the last chance this bike has to run without going on the scrap heap. Alright, that's it. I'm done with the 4-stroke now. It's fun to ride, but it's worse than the 2-strokes for reliability with this chain. And this wheel has been nothing but problems from the start. I just don't have the money to go out and keep replacing rear wheels, which is fundamentally what the problem is with this. Engine works fine. I'm not throwing the engine out. However, I do need to, I mean, look at the state of this thing. It's so chewed up, bent out of shape. I need to retire the Mk4 frame, and I've been saying this for a long time, and just wait until I can get something more suitable to put this engine on. Because I can't have stuff like this happening out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, sorry Mk4, but you're on the scrap heap. That's a good thing for Mk3, because it means that Mk3 gets to keep its handlebars.